How are you today? Yes, well, this is a very, very casual visit. I have my notepad right here. I have you right in front of me. I have a pencil and a pen, just in case I either have to erase some things, or what you tell me is more definite and permanent. And I will write that down. But for right now, I just want to sit and listen and get in your head and try to maybe explain some things that are happening in your life. Think of me as your friend that's a therapist, okay? Don't look at me as a therapist. Just look at me as someone you can just talk to. That's not going to give you advice, but just maybe give you an insight on why things happen, okay? Okay. So, yes, and I have these glasses. Yes. Yeah, they kind of look like Harry Potter glasses. I've heard that before. But anyways, enough about me. Tell me some things about you. If you like, since you don't know where to start, I can ask some questions, and depending on your answers, I can give you some, I won't say feedback, but some feedback. Okay, so these are casual answers. These are casual questions. If some are too personal, you don't have to answer, okay? Okay. First one. Are your mom and dad still together? Okay. If you answered no, did they break up when you were a kid, when you're an adult? Are they both still here? Okay. Now that's more of a permanent answer, so that's gonna be with the pen, okay? Can't really change that stuff. Okay. And who would you say that you relate to more? Your mother or your father? Okay. That's going to be writing in pencil because sometimes that changes throughout the years. Now, when I said relate to more, I kind of mean like you're friends with one of them more, but who do you think that you resemble the most? Do you think you take after your dad? Do you take after your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather? Okay. And why do you think that is? Did you spend more time with them growing up, or? Mm-hmm. Really? Okay. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Now, do you have any siblings in your life? Brother, sister, half brother, stepsister, stepbrother, adopted sibling, adopted friend? If you want to know what adopted friend is, it's kind of like you had a friend when you were younger, they were in a bad place. Your family kind of takes them in, but not legally. So, okay. Okay, so a couple siblings. How is your relationship with them? Do you call them? Do you see them? Okay, now would you say you have a favorite sibling? Love them all equally? That's always a safe answer. I get asked the same question all the time. I give the same answer. Okay, now, we'll move away from a lot of the personal things, but are you happy with where you're at in life right now? As in whether you're in school, whether it's your job, whether it's sitting on the couch doing nothing, or are you just happy in general? I mean, I know you're here at a therapist, but even happy people go to therapists. Sometimes you need someone to talk to that is not allowed to share that other information to other people. So, would you say that you're a happy person? To a certain degree? Would you like to elaborate on that? Or no, maybe, yes? At times you're happy, and other times you're down. Okay, that's pretty fair. I feel like 98% of America's like that. I'm like that. You can't always be happy. There's things that make you sad, there are things that make you mad. But overall, you would say you're a happy person. Okay. Now, who forced you to come here today? Or did you come voluntarily? You came voluntarily. Okay. I'm just checking. Sometimes it's work. They make you come. Sometimes it's school. The counselor, refers you to a therapist. I didn't see any of that in your paperwork, so I was just wondering whether you were forced to come here or whether you voluntarily just wanted to talk. But you seem kind of quiet, so that's why I'm just trying to get a gauge on our first session. A lot of times it takes a couple of sessions to actually get to know someone and get them to open up. Usually, first time you meet with a therapist, you're kind of bottled up. You don't want to tell a stranger your not deepest, darkest secrets, but like your true feelings behind things. So that's just what we're gonna try to do. Okay, we're just gonna try to get you to open up. Okay, just open up and talk a little bit. You don't have to talk a lot, just a little bit, and then we'll try to gauge it from there on the next few sessions. Okay. So you said overall you're a happy person. You voluntarily came. Now, for the real question. Okay, what are you looking for in life? What do you believe that your purpose is? What do you believe that your reason for being here is? To help others? Wow, that's actually a really great answer. Okay. Now, if it wasn't to help others, what would you say? Okay. So, even me, as a therapist right now, I don't know my purpose here. Sometimes I struggle with it, so if you're struggling with it, that's okay. It's fine. It happens. Sometimes people feel like they don't find their purpose until they're in their 60s, 70s. So if you haven't found yours now, you have plenty of time to find your purpose, okay? So don't stress. Don't rush it. Do not rush it. That's the last thing you want to do is rush your purpose. So, now, I asked if you're happy with where you're at in life. Do you feel that within 5 years you will still be where you are now? Or do you have a different goal for 5 years from now? As in, I will give you an example. Currently, I'm a therapist, but in school. But in 5 years, I would want a house, a decent car. Not saying like a sports car, I'm saying like a car that's like good on gas mileage. And a family. And a decent job that is able to support the family, the house, and the car. So where would you want to be at in 5 years? Or are you already where you want to be in 5 years? Okay, now look, for this, I'm going to write it down in pen. Because when you come back in 5 years, I want to make sure you didn't change any of that story. This is where you want to be, or this is what you have in mind. Have a goal set for 5 years, okay? So go ahead and tell me, in 5 years, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Where are you already at it? Good. Okay, now, you said a decent job. Now, what do you consider decent? Everybody has their own branches. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you one last question. And this is very important. And this is a start, okay? Have you been on vacation recently? I'm not talking about a night out. I'm not talking about going to the bar. I'm not talking about taking a day off of work. I'm talking about, have you been on a week-long vacation in the past year, 2 years? Okay, well, listen, I told you I wouldn't give you any advice because legally I'm not allowed to, but my advice would be just take a break, get away from everything, and go on vacation for a week, even if it's to a beach, if it's out of the country, if it's to the mountains, if it's to a resort, if it's to Disneyland, Disney World, if it's to your grandparents' house. Take a vacation, get away from your life right now, and go do something to get your mind off of everything, and then come back and we'll talk again, okay? So that's what I'm gonna leave you with here today. You seem overall like a pretty, I wanna say, put together person. A lot of people strive to be like that, so be happy that you're already kind of put together. But I will see you in our next section next week, okay? Because these are weekly things. These aren't, once every 20 months. This is a weekly thing, so plan a vacation. Tell me all about it when you come back, okay? Okay, bye.